Okay, so to make this burger, you need some mince. This one is 80% or 82% meat, 18% fat. White onion. White onion is really important. You can cut it up yourself. You can buy it like this from Woolworths. These are the smoky cheese slices that I use. They're the closest thing I can find to the American cheese. Some baking paper, necessary for flattening them. American mustard, tomato sauce or tomato ketchup, some salt, and burger buns. And that's it. Be right back. So to just clarify a little bit, the meat, the 80%, 20%, it's just the regular one, just the budget one. But the fat content, the extra fat content just makes it a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is put in a bowl, and I'm going to make a lot. Add some salt, and I'm going to knead it and get the meat into a much more dense situation. So it'll make better patties. And I'll just knead that for a while. Mix in the salt. I don't put any other spices. Just salt and just getting rid of any, I guess, gaps between the meat and the fat. Straight out of the fridge. It doesn't need to come to room temperature or anything. And just knead it all. Okay. The patties I make are about 100 grams each, and I just sort of go by guess. They're like a good size handful, sort of about like, around about that. And the easiest way to measure it, if you're using a small, like a small container of beef, that's 500 grams, so you get 5 patties out of that. It's around about 100 grams each one. Like that, and I'll just keep on making those until I've used up all of the mince. Then we move on to flattening them. So just a really quick tip on the getting them nice and flat. You could use a huge proper burger flipping spatula like this. It's really quite big. And you press down that, once you put the patty down on the barbecue, you press it down really, really hard. The other way to do it is to use, anything that's flat. So you could put your piece of meat between 2 bits of baking paper and just use the bottom of a saucepan. But it just has to be really flat, and you really squash it out until your patty is like, really very thin. So you're looking for under 1 centimetre thick, and that'll be about right. I'll just do one to sort of demonstrate it, but the rest I'll do on the actual barbecue itself. The other idea that I would recommend is with the cheese, because once we get it to the barbecue, it actually happens really, really fast. So I would recommend that you have a piece of cheese already unwrapped and ready for each patty that you're making. So I've got 12, so that's basically a whole packet of cheese. And this is just my tip: is you would stack it. Like I said, it happens really, really fast. This all cooks in just a couple of minutes. So I like to stack them so I can alternate by 45 degrees, so I can put them on the patty really, really quickly. Everything's got to be ready to go once it goes in the barbie. There we go, and I'll continue that, and we'll come back. Okay, now we come to the barbecue. Everything here is ready to go. I've got my cheese, got my meat, got the patties, the burger buns. So the first thing we'll do is just put the burger buns on to toast. They'll only need 30 seconds because the hot plate, it's very, very warm. toasted. There we go. Okay, put them aside for a second. Bit of spray. Okay, so we'll start off with the patty that I already made. There it is. So I can just go straight on. And then the other ones, I'll space them out. A couple of big ones there. Probably won't fit them all in one go. They take up a fair bit of space. Once they're on, squeeze them out flat, as flat as I can get them. I use the paper towel to stop it from sticking to the actual spatula. And because the meat shrinks a little bit on the hot plate, I need to get them out as big as possible. Almost there. One to go. Okay. Cooking away. And it starts to turn brown on the top, and sometimes you get a little bit of blood through depending on how lean the meat is. If it's more lean, then more blood will come through. But once it starts to turn brown like that, you're pretty close to flipping them. And then once you flip them, it all happens pretty quickly. So we'll need our white onion. That's already there. We'll need our cheese, which is there. And we'll need our sauces, which are ready to go. Tomato sauce and mustard. Right, time to flip. Better to have quite a hot plate. Right, now just a little sprinkle of white onion on each one. It needs to be white onion because white onion has a more gentle texture and flavour. It's not as harsh because it has to go on raw. Mustard, that one, tomato sauce, plus cheese, you see why this all needs to be pre-prepared. I don't add any other salt, only that initial salt into the mince. Okay, now I'll come back over to my buns. And the other trick with a good burger is to have some baking paper. And we wrap each burger in a baking paper once it's made. This will be for one of the boys, bit of pickle on top, then wrap. And the baking paper helps to consolidate all the flavours. will be for Daniel. Tom doesn't like pickles. And that's it. Burger's done.